The Jets Ward.
ETS Jets. What is going on, Jet fans? And welcome back to another episode of The Jets Ward. I am your host, Ryan Ward, and I'm so excited to be with you guys. I got a fun one for you guys. For the next couple of days, I'm going to be doing a series on my top 50 2026 NFL draft prospects, ranking them from 1 to 50. I'm going to try to break this down into a series for you guys, and each episode going from just in spurts of 10. Today, I'm going to start out with 1 going all the way up to 10, episode 2, 11 to 30, or 11 to 20, and so on and so forth until we get to the 50th prospect. And this is all opinion-based. It's based on what I've seen in college football from these players, what I've seen in the playoffs, what I've seen all year, and just what I'm seeing from the player as well in a mental way, and just what I think they could do in the NFL. So, before we get into it, if you have been here before, welcome back. You know I love having you guys here in the Jets Ward. You make these videos so much fun for me, and I am so glad and happy that you keep coming back for more. And if you're new here, welcome. Whether you're a Jets fan, a fan of another NFL team, or just a casual NFL fan, you are always welcome here in the Jets Ward. It is a safe space for you. Now, like I said, we are going to start at number 1 in this episode and go up to number 10. And some of these guys, you might have in the same spots. You might have them in different spots. I'm not claiming to be an NFL draft analyst or an expert in that. I think it's just fun to do. You guys seem to be enjoying the draft content and these prospects. So I want to take a shot at ranking them. These are my personal rankings, and I would love to hear how you guys think of them down in the comments section for each and every episode. But getting into the first one that I think is up there for a lot of people. Number 1, the best prospect in this draft, in my opinion, is Arvell Reese, linebacker / edge rusher from the Ohio State Buckeyes. I think overall he just brings so much dynamic play tendencies to his game. I think he's been getting better as an edge rusher. As a linebacker, he's quick, he's fast, he can cover, he can tackle, he can hit somebody in the run game. He can do everything. You can play him on the inside, you can play him on the outside, but he just does everything. He's a very smart player as well, does not miss a ton of tackles, and just has great sideline-to-sideline speed as well. Just an overall athlete, a monster out there, somebody who can single-handedly change a game and make a quarterback's life hell throughout the game. So Arvell Reese is my best player. Now, does he go number 1? No. We all know that Mendoza is probably going to go number 1. But Arvell Reese, in my opinion, is the best player in the 2026 NFL draft. Now, coming at number 2 is his teammate on the offensive side of the ball, Carnell Tate. I really, really love Carnell Tate. I think he's the best wide receiver in this draft. I think he's got the best route running ability. I think he's got the best hands. He's not the fastest guy, but he does have great speed. He can beat you as an outside receiver. He can beat you in the slot. He can line up anywhere and make life miserable for any cornerback going against him. A lot of Ohio State wide receivers have had a lot of success in the NFL. I think Carnell Tate's in line to be another one coming from there, to be just as good as a lot of these guys, like a Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Chris Olave type of player. All of these guys have had monstrous success in the NFL and continue to get better and better. I think Carnell Tate is a guy who can do the same, can start out very quick, have a lot of early success, and can maintain that success throughout his career. I really like Carnell Tate. He is the best receiver in the draft for me in the 2026 NFL draft. Great player, great hands, great speed, great route running, can find those open spots in zones. Just a great overall player. Continuing on, getting into number 3. I got Peter Woods, defensive tackle / D lineman from Clemson. Guy can just line up anywhere on the defensive line and be a monster, can take over and make life hard for offensive lines. He can line up in the 3-tech. He can line out on the edge. He's got the speed and power to dominate offensive linemen, whether it's a tackle or a guard. I think he's better on the interior in that 3-tech, especially in a 4-front. I think that's where he'd be at his best. But I could see him playing in multiple different fronts as well. A 4-front, though, I think would be his best one. But I think he can do everything. I think he's got the size, he's got the smarts, he's got the strength. He plays with low pad level as well. He can knock people off their feet. He can take on double teams, beat double teams, and just do everything you need him to do. So overall, it was very tough. I was bouncing him and Carnell Tate back and forth, but I landed at Peter Woods being the third best player in this draft. Somebody who I think is going to go very, very high, much higher than a lot of people think, but somebody who I think can dominate from day one coming out of Clemson into the NFL. Going into number 4, I got Caleb Downs, another Ohio State player. Ohio State's got a lot of great players coming into this draft, especially on the defensive side. Caleb Downs, safety from Ohio State, is just a game wrecker. He can cover. He's not afraid to come down and lay the hit on somebody. He's solid in zone. He can cover men. He can cover tight ends. Not the fastest guy, but he's very intelligent, can switch his hips around very quickly, and can do it all. Solid hands as well when it comes to intercepting. Very nasty punch as well to strip the ball out of receivers' hands and running backs' hands. Will always try to get the strip. Very strong, very smart. Can take a game and turn it on somebody on their head, the offensive head. Just an overall very smart player. Solid, the best safety in the draft, in my opinion. Love this player. Think he's going to make any defense very, very good and make them much better in the defensive backcourt as well. Future captain on a team, in my opinion, in the NFL. I would love to see where he ends up going, whether it's to the Jets or somebody else, except for the Patriots, the Bills, or the Dolphins. Continuing in, number 5, we got our first quarterback, Fernando Mendoza. He's going to be the number 1 overall pick to the Raiders, in my opinion. I think it's going to happen. A lot of people are thinking that it's going to happen. He's the best quarterback in this draft. He's got solid pocket awareness. He is great when diagnosing a type of defense that he's going against, has solid footwork in the pocket, can maneuver around the pocket and run for first downs as well. He's not a runner as a quarterback, but he can get first downs and make plays happen with his legs. But when he's in a clean pocket, that's where he's at his best. Just throwing the ball out there, putting it in perfect spots for his receivers to get to. And overall, reminds me a lot of like a Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins type of player, but a more agile type, maybe like a Sam Darnold type of player. Somebody who's going to be very, very good in the NFL. And I think it's going to be a tough one. I think he's going to go to the Raiders, but they need to build an offensive line around him as well because their offensive line is not very good. But Mendoza, I think, will have a very, very solid NFL career and the best quarterback in this draft class. Now, going into number 6, I've got TJ Parker. Probably a shocker to a lot of people. TJ Parker, I find, can be the most dynamic edge rusher in this draft. Again, somebody who can play on the inside, can play on the outside, can play with his hands in the dirt, can play standing up. A guy who can do tons and tons of things. Somebody who's going to be going, when he's testing out at the combine, he's going to be going off the charts. Very athletic guy, very strong guy, needs to play with his pad level a little bit lower, needs to get better in the run game a little bit, but as a pass rusher, I think he can be dominant. I think he can be very good. Somebody who I think can be a day 1 starter and a 3-down player as an edge rusher coming into this league. I am very high on TJ Parker. I think Peter Woods gets a lot of the talk over on that Clemson D-line. But TJ Parker, I think, is someone who deserves just as much credit and somebody who I think is going to skyrocket up a lot of people's boards and a lot of people are going to like more and more as the draft process goes on. Big fan of TJ Parker and think that he's going to make any defensive line much better and be a consistent 10-sack person in the NFL. That's a bold statement right now, but I really believe in this kid and think that he can be that type of player. and game changer in the NFL. Next, getting into number 7, I got Jeremiah Love, a guy. I'm not big on running backs going high in the NFL draft, but talent-wise, Jeremiah Love can do it all. He's got power, he's got speed, he's solid coming out of the backfield with receiving the ball. He can block as well. Good vision, one cut back, can do it all. And somebody who I think is going to would be perfect if he got to, let's say, the Vikings, the Chiefs, a team like that could definitely use a player of that caliber to help out their quarterbacks and just to boost their offense as well. I think he'd be perfect for the Vikings. But right now, he's my 7th overall guy in this draft. Just overall best back in this class, and I don't even think it's close. The kid's just a monster, very smart player as well, and just dominant all year long. Somebody who can be a consistent 1,000-yard rusher every single year, especially depending on the team that he's on. So guys can just make plays out of nothing. So Jeremiah Love, my number 7th ranked guy in this draft. Number 8, I've got Makai Lemon, best slot receiver in the draft. So very, very consistent. Jaden Mayava loved throwing to this kid. And you put him in the slot, he's almost impossible to cover. Very good hands. Not the fastest guy, but very good when it comes to quick cuts, finding the open spots in zones, and just falling into place. Can run through people as well. He's got a lot more powerful than a lot of people think. Not the typical X receiver, not big enough to be on the outside. I think his niche is going to be in the slot and just somebody who can dominate a game that way, like an Amon-Ra St. Brown type of player. So Makai Lemon, I think, is going to be very, very good as well. He's my 2nd ranked wide receiver in this draft. Somebody who I think can be very, very good in specific organizations, in specific offenses. Your typical slot receiver in this case. Don't think he's going to be your outside receiver. I don't think that's where his strength's at. Think of Amon-Ra St. Brown for the Detroit Lions. That's Makai Lemon, in my opinion. Keep him in the slot. Let him work his magic there. And getting into number 9, I got Rueben Bain. And a lot of people might think that this is a little bit low for Rueben Bain. I think this is the perfect spot. I think he's the 2nd best edge rusher in this draft. The thing that worries people a lot is his arm length. And the reason is because he dominates in college with his bull rush. He's not the fastest guy coming off the ball as well, but he's one of the strongest. But with short arms like that, it's going to be very tough to get past some of these better tackles that have a lot of great technique, longer arms. He's not going to be able to just bull rush through NFL caliber linemen. So I think there's a lot of things that he needs to work on. I think he needs to work on more speed moves coming off the edge rather than just bull rushing through people. I think he can do that. I think he can be very good. But I think, too, his counterpart, Akeem Mesidor, makes a lot of things easier for him, too, because they got to consider him coming off the edge as well. So Rueben Bain I really, really like, but not as much as some of the other edge rushers in this draft. TJ Parker is my favorite one. Rueben Bain I think is good, but not going to be as dominant as a lot of people think in the NFL. I think there's going to be a very big learning curve for him coming into the NFL. Now, for the final guy in this episode, my number 10 guy, I got Sonny Styles. Sonny Styles, as an interior linebacker and can play on the outside as well, he is just a fantastic guy. Coming as a safety, a former safety, bumping down the linebacker, made the transition very, very easy, has got great speed, great instinct, great awareness, not afraid to hit somebody, great at coverage, just an overall very smart player and somebody who I think can transition into any type of defense very, very well. I think he can do it all. I think his coverage ability is going to be what stands out to a lot of teams. I think that's where he shines. As a run defender, he's very good. But when going up against guys, bigger offensive linemen, bigger guards, if they get their hands on him, he struggles to get off of them to create separation from them. But if he gets through, he's not going to miss a lot of tackles. He's got great instinct. He's not going to get beaten by a lot of tight ends very much in coverage. So overall, I think this guy is just very, very good. Him and Arvell Reese, his counterparts, were fantastic for Ohio State. And I think this guy can be very, very good. Think of I loved this player when he was with Pittsburgh Steelers, Ryan Shazier. Unfortunately for him, his career was cut short. Ryan Shazier was that instinctual, physical type of player as well. A little bit bigger, but Sonny Styles, I think, can build on that muscle, can get a little bit more muscle, and be that type of player. I think he's got great instincts and somebody who can come in and be a leader on a defense from day one. Now, guys, that is episode 1 through 10 of my 2026 NFL Draft Prospects rankings. I'd love to hear how you think I did. Do you think I ranked anybody too low? Do you think I ranked anybody too high? Again, this is episode 1. Is there a player that you think should be up there that I didn't put up there? I would love to hear down in the comments. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment down below as well, and hit that bell for any notifications of when I post videos as well, just so you can stay in the loop and share these videos with friends. If you're enjoying the content and you think your friends would as well, make sure you share it with them. I appreciate it. I love you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, on X, and on TikTok as well. I post all my shorts there too. And again, guys, I appreciate you. I love you. And thank you so much for joining me in the JETS Jets Ward. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.